Hey everyone, my name is Bob Jablonsky. I'm an enrolled agent, an EA, and my firm Bob Jablonsky and Associates, we help taxpayers who have tax problems. In my last video on how to stop an IRS levy, one of the things I mentioned, one method was to request a CDP hearing, a collection due process hearing, and get before a settlement officer, an appeals officer. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to do that. So to do that, you're going to complete a form 12-153, a request for a collection due process or equivalent hearing. Collection due process hearing, you have to request it within 30 days of the notice of the final notice of intent to levy. For an equivalent hearing, you have up to a year. The only difference is the main difference between the two is with an equivalent hearing, you do not have tax court rights. So on the top, it talks about when you have the right to file this form 12-153. The two main methods we see, or the two main reasons we see, are you received a final notice of intent to levy, or the IRS filed a notice of federal tax lien against you. This is important here. Complete this form and send it to the address shown on your lien or levy notice. Include a copy of your lien or levy notice to ensure proper handling. Here's the thing, there's no collection due process address or anything like that. You have to send it to the right place, and that's where to look. Look at the notice that you received that is triggering you to file this request. If you're really unsure, you can call the phone number on the notice or call 800-829-1040 to get information of how to send that, where to send that to. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to talk about completing the form. Remember, as it's stating here, file within 30 days of receiving the final notice to get the collection due process hearing, file within 12 months to get the equivalent hearing. So I'm going to type my name in there. I'm Bob, taxpayer. My social security number is 123-456-789. And I live on 1000 Main Street, Anytown, Florida, 32000. My phone number is 972-821-1991. I could put an extension here. Do I want to contact them AM, PM, or either? I work at home. I prefer you contact me during the day, and so on. If I were actually completing this with my client, I would put my phone number on here because I want the IRS to contact me and not them. Since I'm helping you to do it yourself, you're going to put your phone number in here. I'm going to assume here I'm married and I have a joint tax debt with my wife, Susie, taxpayer. Her social security number is 987654321. She also lives at 1000 Main Street, Anytown, Florida, 32000. And she has the same phone number, home phone number, but she wants to contact in the evening. Now you can complete as many of these cells as you want, these areas as you want, give them as many numbers as you want. You don't have to give them a home number. You could give them a cell number, whatever, however you want to do it, but you should complete at least one of them. Next, we're going to talk about what kind of tax do you want appeals, the settlement officer to address. It could be income tax. You could be a business and you have employment tax issues, excise tax issues, or there could be a civil penalty. And there's too much there to go over for right now. We're going to assume this is income tax. Made a little mistake there. So this actually should say income. And since it's personal income, it's going to be 1040. Let's say I was a C corporation and my C corporation owes taxes. It could be income in a form 1120. My tax periods I owe are 2019, 20, and 21. So you're letting the IRS know exactly, the settlement officer, exactly what are we talking about here? What is it that they need to address? We'll go to section 6. And what's the basis for a hearing? You can check both or one. Let's say you received a notice of federal tax lien was filed against you. You received that notice, and now you want to go to appeals and have your case heard. You would check this box. In this case, I'm assuming that I received a final notice of intent to levy, and so it's a proposed levy or an actual levy. I'm going to check this box. But remember, if both things occur, I can check both. If I didn't make the 30 days and I went an equivalent hearing, I'm gonna click this box, check this box right there. In this case, I did respond within 30 days, but if I didn't, if it was within 12 months, I'm going to check this box right there. The next thing is, what do I want to do to address this issue? So I don't want the IRS to levy me, but I need to deal with it. And the three methods that come up here are installment agreement, offer and compromise, and I cannot pay balance. Well, let's say you have no idea. You're so, you know, you haven't even figured out, you haven't filed all your returns yet to even understand what you would qualify for. Well, maybe you're going to check all of the boxes. Sometimes the IRS doesn't like that, but sometimes it's the best answer for where you're at right now. So in this case, I clicked, I want to make a payment. I want to have an installment agreement. And that's what I'll go before the settlement officer for. So let's say it was a lien and I want to have that lien removed, or I want to deal with that lien that was filed against me. Do I want it subordinated? Do I want it discharged or withdrawal? Go to some of my lien videos to learn more about what each of those those terminologies mean. But you know, you're going to have to tell the IRS, how do you want to deal with it? And then they give you some extra room to explain exactly what you're trying to do. Let's say you are a spouse, and I'll use the wife here because it's usually, unfortunately for us guys, it's usually the wife who did not cause the problem in most cases that I see. Maybe the wife, maybe Susie's actually, she did this and she's requesting innocent spouse relief. Well, she's going to attach a Form 8857 to request that, and she's going to check this box. And then others, we're not going to get into that, but if there's something here that you need to put that you didn't put above, you're going to give the IRS additional information. So after that, you're going to sign it and date it, both of you, if both of you are on there. And let's say you do have an authorized representative, you're going to want that checked with the representative's name. The reality is that if they're helping you, they would have helped you complete this form. You most likely will just be signing and dating. Remember that you're going to attach a copy of the notice that is the trigger for you requesting this notice CDP hearing, and you're going to want to include a copy of that, and you're going to want to send it to the date on the notice of federal tax lien or the final notice of intent to levy. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like the video. If you have any questions, quick questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please subscribe to our channel if you are dealing with the IRS, and hopefully you'll get more good information on the channel. And if you need professional help, feel free to give me a call at 972-821-1991 and we'll set up some time, or just go to my calendar at https://meetme.so/Bob Jablonsky, and I'll put all of that information in the description to this video as well. Thanks again for listening today, and I hope you have a great day and rest of your week.